Hey guys, welcome back to Tarot by Cherie. How are my beautiful lights doing? All right, we're going to see if Spirit has some beautiful uplifting messages for us today. And let's get started on today's reading. All right, so it looks like a lot of you are being led by your intuition. All right, a lot of you have acknowledged that your intuition is not just there, but it's very strong. And things are happening in your lives that are connected to intuition that are forcing you basically to acknowledge that you have this. This is the intuitive card here. This is you using your intuition, which is bringing you a lot of justice. You're the Queen of Pentacles, and you're also celebrating with this commitment over here that's going to be coming in. So you're going to have a justice with this person that maybe you've been with for a little bit. Maybe he's just now coming in, not really sure. But you will be celebrating, and you are going to be using your intuition on this person, all right? Just don't rush it, guys. Like I say, vet everybody that comes into your life. And let's continue. All right, so I'm seeing some kind of regret here. Wow, okay, so I have a feminine. It looks like you're feeling this morning like you worked on this relationship. You gave it your all, but you're feeling really sad, maybe even rejected because of this third party that came in. And this is something that you're seeing now as being very toxic. So you're seeing this person that you trusted, that you gave your all to, and I mean, you gave your all to this person. And in return, you're just feeling, totally in regret. But listen, this isn't a punishment. This is just a teaching or a lesson for one of you or both of you. All right. And you will get past this. I'm sending you love and light. And please understand that we're here to learn and teach. So somehow, in this relationship that you were in, please try to figure out not what you did wrong. You didn't do anything wrong, but try to figure out, like, because it appears to me looking at this that this person you were with was vibrating a lot lower than you, meaning they're third dimensional. They have not had as many lives. As you know, we reincarnate. Some of us have come back here thousands. We've had thousands of lives, some just once or twice, and we're operating down here with little to no integrity. We've got a long way to go. These people that are operating down here, and I call them third dimensionals. All right, you may be fourth or fifth dimensional at this time. You need to vet people when they come in. Take your time and go slowly, because you're giving the most precious thing available to another person, and that is your heart. Okay, so we need to protect our hearts. These things can be so painful, and we can become so overcome by them that it just takes such a long time to get over these things sometimes. So we really have to go through this vetting process and be careful. Just like you wouldn't bring home somebody you hardly knew and let them babysit your children, leave them alone with your children, right? Same thing with you. You have to protect yourself, guys. All right, so here I'm seeing a relationship. This is something that somebody's been waiting for a long time. You finally got together with this person. Now, this is somebody that you've known, okay? And this is somebody that you've had a crush on, it looks like. You've put this person on a pedestal, and you've known this person for years, it looks like. And the reason that you didn't get together earlier with this person, it looks like, is maybe you felt like they were judging you, or they made some kind of, they made some kind of really quick decision on you. And now I'm seeing, so for some of you, this could have been like, a quick romance that this person broke your heart and did something behind the scenes that was not good, all right? Either said something or did something to hurt you. And this is a King of Swords. King of Swords can sometimes be almost like a bully, not all the time, but very cutting with words, or just very short. a man of few words, so, and not thinking about your feelings when he's talking to you sometimes, so not taking your emotions and feelings into consideration. So I am seeing though that you've been saying a lot of prayers with this broken heart, just trying to get over it. Again, guys, I feel your pain. And relationships, some of us get hurt so bad we just never go into another relationship. So we all know this pain. And again, that is why I tell you, don't just jump into a relationship and give your heart away until you know what you're dealing with or who you're dealing with. Okay, so here I'm seeing a tower moment for this feminine. Okay, your tower moment, and I'm speaking to this beautiful Empress this morning who is in Aquarius. You're not there yet, but you're moving toward it. So I feel like it almost looks to me like you have to do something you don't want to do. You have to go through something you don't want to deal with or go through to get to this victory, to get to the other side. Or you might have just gone through a really hard time in your life, a very painful time in your life, and now you're moving toward a time of change, a time of victory. Okay, so maybe looking behind you and cleaning up the debris that was left behind, understanding, what happened, and understanding what you need to do to move forward, okay, toward those victories, so that your life will be now fulfilling and you will have success in life, okay, by the choices that you're making. And don't forget, Aquarius, we make all of our choices. So anybody that you've come in contact in your life, whether they're good, bad, or indifferent, you're choosing them. All right, keep that in the back of your mind, because it helps us to be responsible for what actions we choose in our lives. And that helps us to get past things a little quicker, okay, knowing that we played a part in it. And it's not just someone else's fault that they did everything. Okay, so here I'm seeing somebody's very focused on holding something that they need to let go of. Okay, you need to, Aquarius, whoever you are, it's time. You need to let go of this, guys. I do offer different services. I know times are tough, so I have a $20 reading, but I also do like a one-on-one phone reading for those of you who need to talk to somebody and get have some questions answered or get a reading. You can just click on the description below the video and see what services I do provide. But the person I'm speaking to here, you're very focused on holding on to this, and this is a painful time for you. You guys are going through it today. Wow, wow, wow. All right, but I do see you in this moment. I do see you feeling alone, feeling like you're going through this by yourself perhaps, and you don't have any support. I do see you over here feeling just more emptiness, loneliness here. And this is absolutely, whatever this situation is going on in your life, Aquarius, I see it getting in the way of your happiness. Okay, let's see if there's more. Okay. No, but this is a completely different situation. This is for someone who has to make a decision on the King of Wands or the Emperor. Okay? It looks to be like, all right, listen carefully, Aquarius. This is for one of my feminines who is right now maybe seeing one person or two people at the same time. You might be seeing one person and thinking about seeing a second person at the same time. It looks like a decision is being made on which of these masculines you think you want to be with. Only one of them is single, okay? This one, who's maybe a few years older than you, this Emperor, is single. The King of Wands is not. He does have some things to offer you, but not his whole heart fully, okay? And whatever he tells you, he is not ever going to be free. He's not gonna do it. Okay, he's gonna stick with his um his wealth, his riches, what he's worked for his whole life, and everything that he currently has, he's gonna stick by it. And he may tell you something different to keep you around. So just be very careful in your choice on this one. Okay. And then I'm seeing, I see some things going on in the background, guys, regarding, all right, this is for a masculine. One of my beautiful masculines here. All right. I see you sitting around thinking hard, long and hard about what path to take. So I feel like my guts are telling me you're starting over. Like you just went through a divorce or a breakup of sorts, and you feel like you have a clean slate, even though you're in a lot of pain. I feel your pain, and I'm wishing you love and sending you some healing light. But at the same time, I do see you choosing this path, and you're trying to be very strong right now. But you're putting a lot of thought into what you want to do with your life now. I'm going to see if I can get more on that. I'm feeling your emotions like really hard. There's a lot of sadness in you today about starting over. It's not something you planned on. It's not something you wanted. And now you're here. And you can perceive this in a different way if you would like to. You can perceive it, even though you don't feel well inside, you can still perceive it in a way that your life is wide open and you have a do-over now. You have a chance to start over, start fresh, and pick something else that, who knows, might be better for you, okay? And here, I'm picking up on some kind of, okay, so this is about two feminines, okay? There's balance coming in for the two of you. I'm seeing a manifestation and a lot of balance coming in. So I feel like this is something you both needed. You could be sisters, you could be mother-daughter, not really sure, but definitely some balance coming in here for the two of you. One of you or both of you is manifesting this in. And by the way, one of you is an empath. So you might be even telepathic right now where, you know, one of you is thinking about the other. So the other one is thinking about the empath. And you might even be getting ready to text one another, or something's going to come from this. Maybe today you might be, because you're thinking about with the telepathy, guys, when you start to, this is what I'm trying to say, when you start thinking about somebody, they pick up on it, they feel it, they hear your thoughts basically, and they decide to text you or call you or get in touch with you. Have you noticed this, guys? It's really picking up speed. It's picking up speed with me. I can almost guarantee when I'm thinking about somebody, I start to laugh and wait for my phone to ring. It's just that crazy. But it's cool. It's super cool. All right, so I'm looking at, wow, there's just a ton of endings today, guys. I feel like the whole reading today is about endings. So I'm assuming that a lot of you are going through things, making, you know, having these big changes in your lives. So I just want to tell each and every one of you that I love you all. I see there must be a lot of pain today for a lot of you, not all of you, but you know, I don't have control over the reading. I'm not, you see me shuffle the cards, and what I have is from spirit, and that's what I give to you. Because sometimes people will, they'll send me a message and say, why is it all about guys? Don't you do readings about girls? Or as if, you know, I just make up a story and lay the cards out, okay? I'm a reader, so you guys have to realize that I'm connecting with spirit, and I'm giving you what spirit is telling me is happening. And here, all I'm seeing is a lot of breakups. So just to prove my point and show everybody that I am connecting with you guys, if you're going through endings, breakups or relationship endings or job endings, whatever endings you're going through, all right, please take a second and comment if you're watching this video at all, and just put one word down there. Just put ending, okay? And wait till you see how many of you are going through endings today, this week even, all right? But the beautiful part of this that I'm seeing is this is temporary, all right? Especially for this masculine, you're a beautiful person. You're very generous and giving and loving. And I do see an ending here for you, but I'm also seeing something extremely positive coming in the near future. All right, not only do you have this brand new beginning where you're going to be feeling like you're looking out on the horizon and picking and choosing your life and who you want to be in it and what beautiful things you want to add to it. And then I'm seeing growth. I'm seeing all of those things that you want in life. I'm seeing them growing and just continually getting better. This is a very spiritual card. It's a hand coming out of a cloud, out of nothingness, handing you off this beautiful wand with growth on it. Okay, so just getting better day by day. And so one thing ends, guys, one door closes, and one or two open for you. Remember this, okay? It's not the end of the world. I see you guys moving toward new things that are coming into play for you. This is a card of opportunity, okay? This card keeps showing up, and you guys are moving toward this huge opportunity that's coming into play. It has great energy around it, and it's going to bring in a ton of happiness and joy overflowing from your cup, guys. This is elation. All right, another very spiritual card with a hand coming out of nothingness. This is about your emotions. So in a good way, though, you're emotional, or going to be emotional in a good way. Some of you maybe already are today. So some of you might be just the opposite, where you're feeling overjoyed today and just not having an ending, not going through anything like that, and enjoying, seeing opportunity after opportunity opening up for you, because that's what I see here in this layout. This is what you're moving toward, Aquarius. Okay, and this is the opposite of waiting for the shoe to drop, just watching and looking over your shoulder and just waiting for things to go bad for you. All right, I see that the energy around you is changing. All right, and do you feel that energy, my loves? Do you feel it? Just I don't know, I've been feeling, I have things going on, so I have moments where I'm stressed, but overall, I have this beautiful calmness that I've been feeling for the past few days. It comes and goes. I still, like I said, still feeling a little stressful. But if you guys are feeling that calmness that comes in, it's different. I don't know how to explain it. It's just a beautiful. It's almost like a warm, vibrating sensation in your body, just like a hum, but a real relaxing type of, I don't know how to explain it, but something along that line, if you could pick up on what I just put down. All right. And I'm seeing the Lover's card here. Okay, somebody's upset with their lover today. All right. This is, you guys are just going through changes right now. All right. It doesn't mean that your relationship is coming to an end. I'm seeing that people are going through heavy transitions, like life-changing things, whether it's, again, your perceptions are changing, and, there's a lot of suddenly feeling, like suddenly you're not able to, be around this person that you're used to being around, that you've been friends with for forever, or a family member or whatever. You're not resonating with that person all of a sudden, and you might be feeling like it's got to be me. Why all of a sudden would I be feeling like this? What is going on? So there might be a lot of those kind of feelings for you, Aquarius, like what is going on, what is happening, why do I feel like this? I'm feeling out of sorts. I'm not feeling myself, those kind of thoughts. Okay. There is a rhyme and a reason for this, and it is the energy that is moving you into new timelines, moving you into new ways of being and feeling. Okay, the fifth dimension that we're moving into is going to be different. And I'm going to explain the dimensions because a lot of you are asking me, what is a third dimensional? What are the dimension things? And I'm going to explain it to you in a moment. If you want, you can hang in there. All right. But to finish this off, guys, I'm just wanting to tell you that these transitions are normal for right now. And it has to do with the energy bringing you into these new timelines, new dimensions. We're moving to a more conducive place where what has happened is huge. We just had a huge, and we're still going through it, a big meltdown of the old guard being taken down. So the whole setup of life, how we've lived our lives, everything is being redone. This is a very spiritual time we're living in. So we're going to see everything pretty much disintegrating before our eyes, but this is a good thing. We needed for this to happen. So now we can start working from the bottom up and start creating life the way we want it to be. Enjoyable, happy. We're going to have money, guys. I'm not going to go into that right now. We've been talking about it for a long time, but that money will soon be here. We're not going to be struggling. We're going to be on an even playing field. All countries across the planet, we're going to have that 1,000 years of peace or whatever that is talked about in, I have to be careful what I say because there's still, I don't know which words trigger things, but certain words do trigger things and make my video not do well. But so I'm just saying that, we're moving toward this new space and time where life is going to be more pleasurable, easier, and the old things that affected us in negative ways are being taken down, taken away. Changes are coming in. It's going to all be about us, not the people who thought they were above us and, taking advantage. That's being taken down. So with the dimensions, all right, those of you waiting, we were given eternal life. So our purpose is we keep coming back here. We keep coming back to this planet to learn and teach. All right, we're all given a chance to pick and choose. We come back in groups, in other words. And so, in other words, this lifetime, your uncle might have been your brother or your mother in your last lifetime, right? So we come back to learn and teach. We go through lessons. We've chosen all the events that we're going to go through. We've chosen when we're going to take ourselves out and how. We get an angel that is given to us at birth, and when it's our time to pass, that angel is with us and we do not feel pain, okay, no matter how horrible things look. So Spirit told me that. That's how I know this, okay? They've told me this and they want me to pass it along. Because many people ask the question, why would somebody choose to be in a terrible ending, at the end of life? Something that looks very painful. And why would people pick that? Because they, when you're in spirit form, that you're not going to feel any pain. It's just, your spirit is going to continue. So that being said, the third dimension is where we're leaving. That was like that formed box that we've been kept in. I want to describe it this way, where we were told, this is how life is. When we're sick, we go to that person and we get this to make us better. And, when we, a lot of fallacies and being led into a lot of bad things that are not good for us, weren't healthy for us, things that actually hurt us, harmed us. All right, that is being destroyed right now in every way possible. That is the third dimension. Everything that you watch, pretty much, a lot of things on the tube and, that was put on their phone for your kids to watch and all that was done on purpose to confuse and separate and make us feel like we were not connected to each other. All right, so we're leaving that now. That is considered the third dimension. There are some people that are going to be afraid because they're comfortable there, and they will not open their minds to hearing about new things coming in that are going to make your life so much easier and more beautiful, and all these healing modalities that are going to be coming in. Over 6,000 patents of ingenious technologies to help us travel, to help us get well, to help us be happier as a people, just all kinds of beautiful things. So I believe that we're stepping into that fourth dimension. If not, maybe a lot of us are in that right now, and the fifth dimension is not that far off. Okay, it's really a choice. It's a choice whether you want to have an open mind and you want those things, or if you're afraid of them and you want to remain status quo. You will be able to stay in that third dimension if you choose. All right, so when I say third dimensionals, I'm talking about the people who are basically operating from fear. They don't have an open mind. They don't want to hear about the truth of what's going on. They're looking at in all the wrong places for their information. They have their information backwards, and they're thinking in they're brainwashed. Okay, so there is a lot of brainwashing. So I don't mean that as a put down. I don't mean it to put any of my beautiful Aquariuses down, but it's just food for thought, because some of you might be totally brainwashed, but know it and want to come out of it, or at least want to look into it, or have an open mind, like maybe that's me. So anyway, guys, that is the reading. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day.